into vibration. Okay? Then it go into the tympanic membrane, right? So this is a tympanic membrane. So when the moment is hit into the membrane receiving it, the membrane starts seeing it, and then vibration. It's just like a drum. You hit into the drum bounce back and forth, bounce and forth. So then it creates the vibration. So what is vibration? It goes into the middle ear. And the middle ear here, from the middle ear here, the structure of the middle ear is just like the goose, that like the tongue. There's a little dot, and inside you cut the cochlea, the incus out, the middle ear out, you will see the goose inside. So this goose reduce the vibration, and also transform this into the electrochemical. Okay, electrochemical to become the electrochemical neurotransmitter. Remember, it has to be electrical chemical, because the nerve only receives information not from the vibration. It's not from the wave. They only receive through the electric. Electrical does mean the negative or positive. Remember the cell? That is the negative and positive exchange, right? So they have to change this one. They have to transform this into the electrochemical. So then electrochemical become the fluid, but it's in electric. So then it transfers into the cochlea here, and then go into this one go into the anchors, and then this one is the cochlea that you cut. There's a goose inside. This one is just reducing. You see that one? The shape is reducing the vibration, because this one going so straight, and then the vibration is very strong. So they need to go strong enough to hit the membrane, so the membrane will vibrate. So what is vibrate? It going to become the wave. And then this wave has the anchors like this to reduce the velocity. That means the speed. So then when it's reduced, by the time it's drifted into the cochlea, and the cochlea is covered, there's a goose inside. And that's why it transforms this kind of the wave into the electrochemical. And once it's already fully transformed electrochemical, then it's going to go into the auditory nerve. And this auditory nerve receives this neurotransmitter in the electrochemical form. Then it's going to the brain and tell the brain this is the sound. Then the brain decides what is this. Understand that so far? Okay, once you understand it already, now we move on to, now we understand that and apply it here in the 17-part moment. The one in blue that I indicate to you, what is the Jnana, what is the mental factor work at that moment. And once you the group number one, especially group number one, doing the universal or organism mental factor, then you will understand this. Okay? And then the yellow color does indicate how you cultivate it. Okay, how you cultivate. So the first one is this is the first Abhidhamma. And I already said in the neurotransmitter, if you learn about the neurocell, and when you sleep, the neurocell is vibration, not vibration, but it just Abhidhamma. So it's always moving very lightly, because the negative is higher than the inside of the cell than outside. But the moment that the cell senses it, then it's moving right away. So they exchange the negative and positive output. So in this way, it called the vibration Abhidhamma. That means that now the cells start sensing something, and then it starts changing. So that's what it's vibration. The moment it's vibration, so that means it's arrested object. At this moment, we can consider as the puzzle. And where is this one go into the five sense door consciousness? So that's why that means now the ear start analyzing it or converting it into a certain thing. So at this moment, that means the five senses are already sensitive. So that's why it's called Vedana. That means sensation. Okay? That is sensation. But then when you have a sensation already, then you start jump into sense consciousness. That means you already know what is that. You know what it is already. That you go into the auditory nerve that you convert it to it, and also then go into your brain. That means receiving. And receiving and determined consciousness, these two consciousness indicate that part of the mental factor is sanya. Sanya, what is the function of sanya? That means receiving, cognizing the object, and also feeling. So that's why in English we not only use perception. Sanya is not only perception, but sanya is mean up-perception. What does this mean by up-perception? Perception, that means you cognize the object. Then you recognize the object. You cognize the object, that means you know there is an object. That means this object different from this object. That is cognized. But the moment that up-perception, that means this is at that level, sanya, if another function is giving name, language. Understand? So that's why it's determined consciousness. So at these two investigating, and so these two is indicate part of the sanya. Understand? Then the moment that you already have the investigating, and you also know what it is you receive and investigating already, you know this is a phone, and this is a book. Then you start knowing, okay, this is what it is, this is a thing. That is determined as something, the consciousness. That means the thing coming to the eyes. At this moment, you just simply know what it is. Differentiate. Well, Kanban, that means you differentiate, this is the phone and this is the book. Different object. That's all. That is the differentiate. A different object, a different person. Therefore, that means you already receive and investigate, you start giving name. Without name, you cannot determine what it is. That is the function of the sanya. And once you already determine, very fast, don't forget, each of this one is only one moment. And this moment is not like 1 second. I already said 1 second, there are 22 zero in there of the sub-moment. So this one is just only sub-moment. Okay? The moment you will investigate and you already determine what it is, then you jump into Dhamma. So that is Dhamma. And this Dhamma are ranging from number 9 to number 15, whether it's strong or is it light. And this Dhamma, what is the function of this one? It's a sankhara. That means you start fabricating it. You like, if it's light, or whether it is good or not good. And that's why the sankhara, that's the mental factor of sankhara already jumping. So that's what is it, and then all the way into Tararabana. Okay? So that's when the sankhara has been the impulse start working the 7 moments, sub-moment, and then result. Now, why there is a 7 sub-moment? Because sometimes it is a strong image or it's a light image. If it is up to number 10, I like it, let it go. Then you also update that kind of concept, then it becomes lighter Dhamma, the lighter seed, or the lighter sankhara. But if the moment that I hate what I see, it jumps all the way until number 15 and register already, I don't like this person. Then it becomes a strong Dhamma. Okay, the strong impulse moving up, about 15, I like this person. Then they become a very dominant seed. So then they become registered into your consciousness. This person, this name, this image, this body, I don't like blah, 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 blah. It's already registered into your consciousness. So that is part of the sankhara. So in the sense of cultivation, at the upper part you have to cultivate by sila. How you cultivate? I already say Kama Loka, you have to cultivate sila, right? Right? In the Kama Loka, you have to cultivate by sila. So this one, in order for you to cultivate, this is very hard, okay? But think about it. If you don't want to generate into a bad karma, then we need to cultivate by our sila, restraining our bodily action, verbal action, and also mental action. Yes?
So here now the practice of Shiva is mainly to bring down that impulse that is arrogant because of determining consciousness.
It's when you cultivate sila, that means you cultivate from the impulse all the way up.
So meaning here we are trying to bring down the impulse. So we are trying to manage the impulse. The word of Shiva, I think.
Yeah, you manage. You need to be reduce the impulse. Say hate this person. You say no, I should not hate. So I should not think something bad. Aloha, adosa, amoha. So then, and also I already give 10 type of cultivation from Loka. So you need to manage with your mind that whatever you judge, not based on your Loka, dosa, amoha.
So meaning like I should not do this, I should do this. The moment you sense the impulse, so that is Shiva.
Yeah. That's considered as the selective, right? Your selective thought. Sometimes that you already have, like for example, because our mind acts so fast due to the habitual way, then you already dislike this person. Okay, so you already register into your consciousness. But you can do it to your sila. I shouldn't hate this person. Maybe that this person comes from a different background. Then you start deleting it, right? So that's why this is already registered, and you already accumulate this karma, right? Each thought you already generate the karma, the thought karma, right? So then you have to follow the sila. Okay? Now, if you go into part of vijnana and sanya, then there is a way that is you have to do mindfulness meditation. Okay? And sanya, in the fourth semester, you will learn a different way of purify your sanya. A different kind of sanya you need to purify. But that you're going to learn in fourth semester in Pali literature in fourth semester. Okay? So we're going to discuss about the sanya. And vijnana, the same, you have to learn, you have to develop prajna. And this development through your what? Your satipatthana, mindfulness. Okay, your mindfulness in your thought, your mindfulness on your mental factor, your also mindfulness on your sensation, like that. Okay, to develop the prajna. And then at this level, you have to be mindfulness on your sensation. Okay, and hassa, this is also part of the restraining. You restraining that you block your contact. Oh, I go into, and this is part of the sila as well. Okay, part of the sila as well. But at a higher level, even though you see something, but then you restraining it, you know that it's anicca, then it's also part of samkhara. At a high level.
Why do we have to 16 and 17?
16, 17 is part of the samkhara.
But it seems to be the same thing.
What do you mean the same thing to what?
16 and 17 exactly the same word.
Yeah, we need two movements to decide, to register. We need two sub-movements to register. And so this one, somewhere it can be at the very progressive practice, but it could be at a higher practice as well. Okay? When they contact, nothing to do with their contact, and that's fine. Why? Because why this one here, restraining, similar to Sila up there? Because you have to think about this. From this level, okay, of this one up to level 5, you already have the part of the 5 senses. But number 8 onward, from number 1 to number 7 is part of 5 senses. But when you go into the number 8 onward, number 8, that is for the mind only. Because the mind doesn't need the 5 sense to contact, right, to capture the object. Am I right? For example, if you're hungry, your stomach hungry, you just know hungry. You even have to go through the eyes, you know the hungry, or you listen to the music, you know hungry, no, right? Hungry is hungry. Hungry is part of the mind. So the moment you know hungry is already determined, going to the determined consciousness. Yes.
Ultimately, you feel allow the jnana when jnana then became the second life center. So, from a positive ideas, after
You think about that kanda?
no, I don't think about after the phrasa arises first, I think the vijnana later. And
No, you have to think this way. You have to divide into this. From here, right, to here is part of the 5 senses. 5 senses.
first, for instance, if you are somebody you, yeah, somebody you,
Hit you.
and your first arrive first, right?
Yeah?
And then after the first jnana, see the Hatu jnana, and
Vinyana doesn't mean go through your body consciousness. Okay?
jnana.
No. You read Abhidhamma, that this Vijnana at this level, senses Vijnana, they receiving information Vijnana. It's not the Vijnana as you think that they differentiate. So that's why they use the 5 sense to hold consciousness. They don't use the word Vijnana, but they use the word Vajana. So this is a consciousness. That's what I said. When you use the consciousness, you have to refer back to the Pali words. But if you just use the English, you're going to confuse yourself. Refer back to the Pali terminology. Okay? So this is basically, you just know.
Vijnana is also known as concept, right?
Which one?
Jnana, Panya is without Vijnana.
This one. Yeah.
It's also known as concept, right?
Yeah, this is the determined consciousness. Doesn't mean differentiate consciousness. This is a sick consciousness.
So I mean, any action like someone hits you, you will not or pass out first, and your consciousness later you know the action, and it is known to your Vedana and
Monday. The moment I did that, that's million of this already. Million more sub moment already. This is we're talking about sub moment. And that's why I show you this one here. At this moment it's going, there's Vijnana here, there's a Vijnana here, there's Vijnana here. Right? You know, the consciousness know, recognize it. What is this? So that each day there is a Vijnana. brain. For example, when I taught this one smooth, a different vijnana, a different sense structure of my skin produce a certain neurotransmitter to my brain and say, this is smooth. But if I touch this one is paper raw, then a different sense structure, the same sense structure produce a different neurotransmitter, a different form, and then communicate to my brain and say, this is raw. So they need to have vijnana to recognize what sense structure is that. You read Abhidhamma, I already said you read in Abhidhamma. Book, just like variation book. Here. You go into page 33. You read about the thought process. And the thought process that at the Abhidhamma, that is just basically all the sense door consciousness. It just basically just recognizing it. That's all. That's also vijnana. But it's not the vijnana of the sick consciousness you differentiate this person, that person. No. They also differentiate, but the differentiate is not for you to, at the very course level, to recognize it. They know it's so. They know that the neurotransmitter is so. So they just produce a certain neurotransmitter to transport into the brain, and the brain interprets it. Understand? So that's why this, at different stage of consciousness, they have different stage of consciousness, they have a different function. And I already told you, Pali is a very ancient language, and if you don't understand, you have to read carefully, and you have to read the Atthakatha. That is the commentary. If you don't read the commentary, you will find that Abhidhamma is very hard to learn. But it's very easy. If you learn slowly, you read slowly, it will make sense to you. It's unlike Sanskrit, unlike the Chittamatra. Chittamatra at that 7th century, Chittamatra already been born in Yogacara. The language is very articulated because different, like almost 1,000 years, the language become articulated. Give you for example. If you ask my mom, 40 years, who went from Canada, you ask what is this, they don't know. There's no language for this, there's no name for this, because the phone has not been born yet, right? The moment the thing born, then you say, this is iPhone or mobile phone. But during my mom's generation, she doesn't have this, so she doesn't know what it is. So exactly the same Pali, at the ancient time, they know what it is, but there's no form, so then they have to use vijnana. But you have to read the commentary to understand this stage of vijnana different from this stage of consciousness, different from this one determined consciousness. Okay? So make sure yourself to understand it. Now, I already start. From number 1 to number 5 or number 6 is part of the 5 consciousness. But once you go into the number 7, 8, that's already in the mind. You're hungry, then you're hungry. That means you determine, you investigate and you determine this is hungry. This is a consciousness that you know that you're hungry. That's part of the mind. And then the moment you say hungry, it's already jumped into the karma. What do I want? The moment I know that I'm hungry, I think about rice already, because I accumulate my karma with rice, right? So then I say, I want to eat rice. This is karma already. Okay? So that is the part of the sun part. Okay? So for the yellow, that indicates how you cultivate. But the blue one indicates a different mental factor working at that moment. From this you understand, these are the function consciousness. From investigation all the way down is part of the Vedana, Phassa, and Sanya. Now, do you understand what does this mean by the one consciousness not connecting with good? Do you know why that's so good? Because it's part of the Phassa, Vedana, and Sanya. It's not Sankara. That's why it's functionalized as the Vedana, that means sensation to sensation. It's not because I have weak hatred and also ignorance, so that's why I feel pain. Pain is pain. Part of the Vedana, right? So that's why when you learn why this consciousness have no root, because this is part of the mental factor of receiving information, sensation of the information, or feeling of the information, and then you start indicate what is it? Sanya. To recognize and to differentiate this is a poem, this is a book. That's why when you learn the mental factor, Cettasika, there are 52 Cettasika, but only 50 belong to Sankara, and 2 is independent, not belong to Sankara. Understand that now? Understand this one doesn't belong to Sankara. Sanya and Vedana not belong to Sankara. Understand that? Tell me this way.
No. Diam.
These are the locals of Yes. So I think
Sister, you can ask me.
Yes, every.
Oh,
Thanh Thúy. Yes. You.
She is
Mỹ Hạnh. Thị Hạnh, Vũ Thị Hạnh.
how do you call people? I can remember
Ông làm rất là ông ép vô không quen. Ông làm rất là ông ép vô.
em đi để em bị đá đó thì nghĩ sao vậy để cho em thấy được đấy dưới chân của mình đó. Ok thân này là ai tên rồi cái thằng Mỹ nói cho tôi
Anh đây.
gì hả
Anh đây.
lập nhóm hả
Hỏi anh là ai á? Anh đây. Em đây đi. Em ạ.
gì đó vậy Bánh này không? Em có. Thêm cái nữa đi.
Who else is in my group? I know. Who else? Are you in my group? Are you in my group? No.
Yes.
So who are you? Yeah. So can you do this one? We're just gonna go with it. Wanna take a photo? Wanna take a photo? You can remember number 7 is this, right? So I'll do psychic life.
Which one?
Psychic life.
Bánh bánh
And then Ashwin will do consciousness. Same will do violation.
này đồng vừa rồi.
Who is who is I too? Oh.
Đấy.
Sao á chị?
Em đúng không? Đọc số có sớm. Chắc này phải ép already sale. Em sale bên bạn nào đây nè? Chia tay ơi. Em mà chia tay ơi.
Ý là chia tay với anh người yêu bên kia kìa.
Who is there? Dorothy is there. I already have my
Yeah, sao rồi? Yeah.
Dorothy is not. Now, this person. Now,
Already đúng rồi. Sale bên nào anh chị gửi tới đây nè.
6 members only.
Seven members. System A.
Ah, she just.
System niệm. System
Okay.
A.
Who is system?
What did you do? System A. Gửi cái nào vậy?
The yellow one. Okay, okay, no. Okay, 7 people. Then.
Naresh.
Ah, yes, yes, yes.
Second.
Ah, yeah. We have 30 minutes. No, 35.
But I think we need gặp người quyết presentation, còn cái gì cũng phải là cho tiền đã có như vậy nó chấp hình view view luôn, chấp hình view view view.
So we need to make somebody